What's wrong with me? And why have I spent the best part of 3 years creating a virtual copy of a transit van? Well, to be honest, I'm not entirely sure myself, but I'm glad I did, as it's taught me some great skills which I've been able to put to good use on other projects. Looking back to when I first began thinking about learning to 3D model in late 2015, I saw plenty of other projects from beginners just like me, a lot of which never saw the light of day or were simply not quite as good as official content at that time. Most of these were iconic sports cars or high-performance supercars which garnered quite a lot of attention, but often never quite lived up to the expectations set by the developer's own content. So I think it made sense for my own sanity to stay away from anything like that, go for something a little more unconventional. Instead, I went in a different direction completely. My thought process was, let's build something nobody's ever going to care about, and if I screw it up or never manage to finish it, at least I won't be letting anyone down. I also believed a van would be a much simpler project for a beginner like myself, and with the famous Top Gear Nordschleife lap, there would at least be some incentive and sense behind making a van for a racing simulator. Though, as I've come to learn many projects later, each car will have its ups and downs in terms of difficulty, and nothing is ever quite as simple as you expect. So I suppose the next question is, why has it taken 3 years? Why have I stuck with it for so long? I think there are two main reasons for why it took so long. One, it was my first ever attempt at 3D modelling, and therefore everything was a steep learning curve. I remember in that first few months, I almost gave up multiple times, what with trying to wrap my head around UV mapping, textures, materials, and using the Kunos editor and much more. But I can really only use that excuse for the first 6 to 12 months. I won't deny, after that, I simply got distracted starting many other projects. On one hand, this was a great way of boosting motivation and improving my skills, but the perfectionist in me meant whenever I went back to the transit, I couldn't progress forward without remodelling or fixing everything that was below what I felt was my best. And I did this many times. Some parts have been remade 2 or 3 times over. Apart from the early months, where I wasn't quite sure of my ability, I've been pretty committed to finally finishing it. I realise it's become a bit of a joke, the Duke Nukem Forever of AC mods, if you will. But that was a big part of the motivation too. So here we are, finally. I can call it a day on the transit. Is it worth it? Probably not. At least not when viewed in isolation as a single car mod. It's just a diesel van after all. But in the end, this project means a lot more to me than that. Without it, I'd have never learned to 3D model. This damn van has single-handedly provided me with some really cool opportunities, such as being able to work with RSS on a couple of their GT cars, as well as some other projects I unfortunately can't say anything about just yet. But all of that stemmed from the idea of replicating that van shown on Top Gear, so for that, I couldn't be happier. Anyway, hats off to you if you made it this far listening to me ramble on. For what it's worth, I hope you enjoy it. Can't wait to show what I have been working on the past few months. It's pretty exciting stuff for me, but then again, when your baseline is a van, it's not too difficult to exceed that. Enjoy the rest of the lap. This was my best effort with the current revision of physics, beating the first Top Gear lap time before they modified it, so let me know how you get on. Catch you next time.